As I mentioned earlier, South Africa has been involved for quite some time in solar technology. And on the line right now is Massimiliano Vernaleone, and I hope I got that one right. And he is... we're chatting to him all the way from Abu Dhabi. He is the head of international business development at Solar Capital. Good afternoon, Mas.
Good afternoon, truly. It's a pleasure being here with you on the call tonight.
It's a pleasure chatting to you all the way across the other side of the world. And we've got a South African company, Phelan Energy, that has been shortlisted to build one of the world's largest PV solar facilities based in Abu Dhabi. And this solar facility will actually be able to generate 350 megawatts of solar energy, which will be one of the largest projects in the world. Wow, that's amazing. Can you give us maybe a bit of background in terms of Abu Dhabi's planned facility, and how did a South African company become shortlisted?
Yes, absolutely, with pleasure. Well, nothing happens but by chance, I have to say. And it's an honor and a pleasure for me to be part of this fantastic team of Solar Capital, which is basically the same thing as the Phelan Energy Group. In fact, just for the clarity, for the sake of clarity, Solar Capital is the fully owned subsidiary of Phelan Energy Group, which is a renewable energy company focused on solar PV that was established in 2005 by our chairman, an Irish businessman called Pascal Phelan. Mr. Phelan basically thought he was going to retire in South Africa because he loved it, but then he couldn't help but participate into this challenge and opportunity, which was becoming renewable energy, and in particular solar energy at the time. And he was a pioneer in this sense. In the last 10 years, in fact, he managed to successfully build and operate with a team of Solar Capital from Cape Town, one of the largest solar PV farms in the world. In fact, we connected 175 megawatt PV plant in the Northern Cape just in March 2016. This is actually given us a lot of expertise and opportunity to learn a lot throughout the whole process of how to build a plant and how to operate a plant, and facing all the challenges coming out from the desertic conditions of the Northern Cape. As Mr. Phelan often likes to say, this is a little bit like a Legoland. If you are able to do 1 megawatt, then it's pretty much straightforward, and you should be also, focusing on doing larger scale projects like 100 megawatts, 200 megawatts, 300 megawatts. Wow. And this is probably the reason why we succeeded in being shortlisted in Abu Dhabi for this fantastic, at the same time, very, very ambitious and challenging project of at least 350 megawatts. Just to give you an idea, the 175 megawatts that we are operating at Solar Capital in the Northern Cape is going to give electricity to more than 170,000 homes. Wow. We use at peak more than 2,000 people that were employed to allow the construction on time of such plant. So, the Abu Dhabi project is going to be at least the double of it, but still in very similar to certain conditions, which is what I believe has given us the opportunity to participate and to come this far, starting from probably 100 companies and controls who were interested in participating in this Abu Dhabi project.
And Mas, when will this project be commissioned?
Well, the project will be commissioned at the latest in the first quarter of 2019. There is also an option to connect a little bit earlier than that. Clearly, as you can imagine, there is about 18 to 24 months of construction period that will follow the award of the bid. So we are very much in work in progress at the moment. This is a very challenging also timeline in terms of bid preparation, because as you can imagine, there is quite a bunch of documents from a financial, legal, and technical perspective that need to be prepared even before starting putting the first panel on the field.
And will you be taking some South Africans across to Abu Dhabi since you've been going to be involved in this project?
Well, certainly, as I mentioned before, our South African experience is everything that made us successful thus far. And we will definitely try to involve as much as possible of our, let's say, expertise and with context coming from the South African experience to develop our, I shouldn't say art because it's not art yet, but we will be chosen for this Abu Dhabi project. We will consider definitely using our South African resources. Bearing in mind that our head office is in Cape Town, where we have all our legal department, technical department, engineers, and finance, and so on. So we are, in fact, a South African company trying to win this project in Abu Dhabi.
All right. Thank you very much for that. We're chatting to Massimiliano Vernaleone. As you can tell from his accent, he is Italian, and he is the head of international business development at Solar Capital, the company that owns Phelan Energy, which will be developing that huge solar plant in Abu Dhabi. Thank you for your time, Mas.
Thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure chatting to you.
All right. Okay, we are just a few short weeks away